TV movies oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Sit for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Kathy and Kenny, the Pop Culture Kids.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Sunday night, time for another edition of Pop Culture Kids with your hosts coming to you from the north and the south, me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey. How are you this Sunday, my brother?
What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's good? What's good? My brothers, my sisters, my brothers, my sisters, my brothers, my sisters.
It is all good. You know I'm excited about tonight.
I know you're excited about tonight. I know you are excited about tonight.
I'm all about this show. It's almost like my birthday shows. It's like, oh, let's do Kathy's favorite things. Lady T, Tina Marie at the top of the list. Yes, because I'm hot. And, okay. I know. We have a whole show order, but I'm just like ready to jump the gun.
Well, here's the thing too. There's not a lot of pop culture news because number one, there's just not a lot of pop culture news I thought was worthy enough for us to talk about. Number two,
I didn't even edit the news.
I wanted to leave enough space to talk about Teena Marie because I knew this is going to be one of them things that you want to talk about. So I left enough space for us to talk. So there's not a lot of news. Now, you know what? There's not a lot of. That's okay because Kathy's going to want to talk this up.
Well,
Let's
know
go.
why? Because let's do pop culture news, and then I'll do my little soapbox. And you know what? I think I have the news stories from last week, but let's do pop culture news. Okay.
We're not even going to ask how we.
It's time for pop culture news for the Pop Culture Kids, Kathy and Kenny.
There's no hello. There's no hi. How are you?
There's no hello.
This is last week's news. That's how.
Okay. Well,
I was just like, you know what? Let's get to the meat and potatoes, and you know what? News real quick, so we can get to like the heart of the matter.
wow. News real quick is what we're doing, huh? Okay, so
you know what?
apparently they are recasting Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head on Toy Story and for Toy Story 5, and I thought this thing was done.
There's another Toy Story?
There's another Toy Story coming up. I thought this whole thing was, look, man, when Andy graduated and left his toys to somebody else, you could have stopped it right there. I'm done.
That's all you needed.
It's the same thing every time. You know, the toys get in trouble. You don't think they're going to get out of it, and they wind up back with who they're supposed to be with.
This is true.
There's no thrill for me. Like, why am I getting excited about these animated toys when, you know, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
But
you know,
originally, I think
Well, there's a
The
whole
people
generation
who
that kind of
voice the
grew up
characters,
on Toy Story.
I know George grew up with it.
Yeah.
George grew up with it, and he identifies with it very well. But the thing, I'm not impressed with it. After the first one, I was like, really? Okay.
You were over it.
And that's
Okay.
the second one. I was like, it's the same as the first almost. Okay.
Okay.
And I go back and forth with George over this. It's like, oh, but the last one we had to say goodbye to the toys. Didn't that do something for you? I'm like, it was just 2 hours I'm never going to get back. Kind of like the Michael movie.
Oh, shots fired. Don't even go. I'm not even going there with you on that one because
shots fired. Yeah.
because I feel a certain kind of way, and I think you're wrong. I think the whole beauty in that movie is seeing it in the theater with the energy of the audience. So I don't agree. Was it the best story? No. Was it the whole story, the true story? Probably not. But again, just for that opportunity to kind of be in the audience with that moment, kind of reliving that time in like the late 60s, 70s, and early 80s. I don't know. I enjoyed being in
Well,
the theater, singing along with everybody, and
here's my problem with
reliving that moment. It was like a 2-hour music video.
Here's my problem with it. My problem with it is that with the Michael movie, my problem with it is when I saw Ray, when I seen Get On Up, stories about James Brown and James Brown and Ray Charles, I learned something new about them. I learned something different. And I got more introspect on their character and who they were. When I saw Michael, I didn't learn anything new. It was the same old thing that you already knew. The characters were very one-dimensional. Even Joe Jackson, you said he did a good performance. I was waiting for that. No.
I thought Coleman Domingo was excellent.
Coleman Domingo is a better actor than what he did in that movie.
Well, yeah, I think he has more of a range, but I'm sorry.
No.
You know what? That's not even in the news right now.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Anyway, Mr. Potato Head, because I think the original Mr. Potato Head, of course, Don Rickles, who passed away. So they're going to be recasting them. And I'm sorry, I forgot to write down the names of the people they're recasting them with. But both of the people who played those characters are deceased. So they're doing another Toy Story. Why, I do not know. But they're going to recast the voices, and I guess we're going to get the same people back that we had before. Tim Allen, Tom Hanks, Infinity Beyond. Okay, whatever. Going on to the next news. The Brady Bunch house will be open for paid tours in mid-May. So they renovated the house to make it look like the TV show. The actual house, as we reported before, is now considered a landmark. So
cool.
now that it's a landmark, they renovated it. Renovated it rather. I'm sorry, renovated it, and now it looks like it did on the set. I don't know what they're going to do when you go upstairs, because that was a rancher, and apparently upstairs they had a whole thing in an attic too. I don't know if they can renovate that much, but the Brady Bunch house will be able to watch through. Now, before I see the Brady Bunch house, which might be on the low part of the bucket list, I'm going to go to Paisley Park first. Okay, if I got to go to a tour somewhere, I'm going. That's my 60th birthday. Paisley Park this year. You want to go?
Oh, I would love to go to Paisley Park.
We're going in November.
Oh, you are going in November. Oh,
I haven't got my tickets yet, but we're going to Paisley Park, man.
Okay.
And then we're coming back in time to celebrate my 60th birthday here in Jersey. Oh, yeah.
All right. I hear you. All right. So before we dive into
that's the news.
Okay. Before we dive into tonight's subject, let's swing on over to the comments. Say hi to some of the folk in the building. Cousin Lisa, hi. How are you?
Hey, Lisa.
And we're talking about you this morning during Bible study. So you are definitely in my prayers, and we're hoping everything works out. Derek, hi. Hi, and welcome to the pod. Thanks for coming by. I dropped a link um, into some Tina Marie chat groups because I figured these are the people who can help support and defend like my list of reasons because I had about 9 or 10 list of reasons.
I see that. I see that.
Yeah. Did you see that? I was
I'm
like,
looking at that now. Yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah. I got reasons. I got reasons.
I can see you do. I'm looking at them all,
Uh,
and I'm looking up the information so I can dispute this, or if I need to dispute it, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Oh, there's no disputing. What are you talking about?
There
Dispute
might be a
this?
dispute on it, Kat. I'm just saying.
Oh, hush, hush your mouth.
I love Tina Marie.
Okay,
I think
all
she's
right.
an awesome singer, but Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh no, oh no, you're not going there. Oh, this is gonna be a long night. uh, and Abika is saying, so do you want to see the toys have a tragic ending? Just seeing the
Yes,
toys
like the
in
one
like a
where they were going
trash.
in the furnace. The one they were going to the furnace. Let them all burn in the furnace. At least one of them burns in the furnace.
See, this is kind of, I agree. No need for another Toy Story. They did it right the first time. Why we keep doing it again and again and again?
Exactly.
Lord help me.
Dewana, how
uh,
you doing, Dewana? Dewana was in the studio with me last week, and she is featured on my album that I'm making.
okay. Um, I don't know about this comment. I'm going to put it up because I just need to understand. Is this live open for white people? What? Leftist people are
I,
racist?
I
They
don't.
separate white people?
Okay.
Okay, you are
I
so
don't
off base
understand.
because
Okay,
actually we're here
yeah, you
tonight
are.
to
But this ain't the
celebrate.
podcast for you.
this,
This ain't the
this my,
podcast for you.
yeah.
I am not in the mood to tell
You know
somebody
what?
off today. Hey,
I,
Ralph.
I like one of my favorite little TikTokers is this guy called Emil, this gay guy, and he starts off every TikTok with, you know what? If you are not LGBTQ plus friendly or an ally, this is not the real for you. You need to leave. Goodbye. And he even waits a minute. And once they're gone, he's like, "Yay, can we gay?" And
Oh wow.
Oh, Lisa's saying my niece and nephew took me to see Michael, and we had a really good time. It helped me get my mind off things, and I can't wait for part two. And exactly,
I
that
can wait
was
for
that
part
was
two.
like I went with Sharon and Jeffrey and a couple other people, so I went with friends. So it was just I don't know. I thought it was fun and cathartic. And Kathleen is saying, "What the f?" Go ahead and tell them all, Kenny.
Kathleen, we do
I,
not want we do not want to unleash the beast. Okay? We do not want to unleash the beast. Okay? I'm trying to be good.
trying to be good. All right, be good and be blessed. But tonight we are all about Lady T.
My lady
So,
T, sucker. I'm just a
a
sucker
sucker
for
for
you,
your
a
love.
fine, sexy little lady.
Okay, you know what? That singing thing, that might not be your thing. You might want to
Wow.
leave that over there. But yes, it's all about Lady T. And if I had to pick a favorite album, I couldn't pick a favorite. I couldn't. I don't think I could come up with a
I
favorite.
don't know. I'd have to go with Irons in the Fire. No, well,
Irons in the Fire is
it's
good.
hard. It's
I
hard.
like Wild and Peaceful because not only was it the first, but it was also thematic that one side was wild and all these fast cuts, and the other side was peaceful, like the ballads. Deja Vu, which is a classic. On the wild side, you had Sucker for Love, and oh gosh, but then if I go with It Must Be Magic, I would be all like 365 and Revolution. Okay. Let's let's compose. Cause you what? Because I'm too excited. I'm all over the place. Now
I know you're all over the place.
You
You're all over
picked
the place.
um
Yeah.
10 songs. Are you saying this is the essential 10?
No, I'm saying these are the best 10 I could think of as I went through, and
Uh-huh.
these are the ones that stuck out because a lot of them, some of them I don't even like, but I know a lot of people do like them. And I put
Mhm.
the one that I really like, my favorite Tina Marie song, on the first part of the list,
Okay.
which was at the bottom of the list because we go from bottom up. Where's California?
Oh, Far from
Where's
Liverpool.
California?
Where's California?
Is one of my favorite Tina Marie. I like what she says. What she say about the Beatles? The Beatles and myself. It's Where's California is such a cool song.
It is good. I don't know whether it would you know, I started to put together top 10 lists, but then I thought, you know what? I would get too obscure cuz I mean, one of my
Yeah, you would.
favorites is a duet she
Yeah.
does with Lenny Kravitz called Since Day One. Oh
I
my
never heard that one.
since day one in my daddy's car in my limo. Oh, since day one. Yeah, you got to give that a listen. I think that one was on Ivory since day one. Hey, let us know in the comments since we invited folks who are part of Tina Marie's groups. What is your favorite Tina Marie song? I know it's hard to pick one. Um, I love Where's California. I don't know whether it would make my top 10. I probably, I, yeah, I like some of the deep cuts too. There's a song on Emerald City called "You're So Heavy." See. I didn't want to make a list because I knew my list would
Um,
start going into like Too Many Colors is one of my all time favorites, and it's not even a full song. It's just like a little interlude. Um, I believe it's on
I
Lady
think it
T,
has on here.
and it actually features guess who? Maya Rudolph from Saturday Night Live fame, who Tina Marie is actually her godmother. And also, in just little
Wow.
interesting Tina Marie facts, Lenny Kravitz, because I know he actually posted, I think on Twitter at the time, it was Twitter back when we actually was on it. He actually posted his memory of Tina Marie when she passed, and she actually used to let him sleep on her couch when he was like a struggling musician. So okay. Anyway, but okay, what's your next song on the list? Which I do love this
Well,
song.
I'm looking at this comment, and Abike says my fave, and I don't know what song she's talking about. Abike, tell me what song you're talking about when you say my fave. The next song is Cradle Rob. I know that's not the whole title of the
Mhm.
song,
It's the
but I like
ballad.
Cradle
It's
Rob
the ballad of
because
Cradle Rob and
Melvin
Me.
from the Temptations. Yeah, Battle Craven. I love it because Melvin from the Temptations is
Mhm.
in there. He's just like, boom, 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 boom. And it took me, I was like last years old till I realized that's who that was. And what she was saying in the beginning was, ooh,
Ooh,
Melvin. And
Melvin.
she was talking about, when she was talking about, from the Temptations doing that bass line. And, that's when she was with Motown. And it was, I love Cradle Rob, and it tells the whole story. I love the way it tells a story throughout the years, and I think that's a well written song. And the Big A is saying it's a song with Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, the song. Oh, yes. Um. Oh, yeah. Since day one. Oh, in
She
my
says, I think
little
he was
black
still
book.
Romeo Blue.
Oh, well, I think on the credits of the album, though, because, and again, maybe that's another reason I love Tina Marie, because back in the day when I was collecting albums, man, you had what was called liner notes. Now, kids,
Yes.
children, because you guys probably don't even know about this because you're streaming all this crap and you don't get. I think some of the music service, like Apple Music, is good about liner notes. Doc Rock was talking about this on his stream, but liner notes was an experience, man. You would just whip that thing out and read it. And I told my bestest friend named Mickey, yeah, we're really living in a sickie. I'm sorry. Uh,
Don't they have like a
that's
story
what I'm
about
really
the
showing.
artist or something on
But
those
you
albums
would,
when they do that?
huh? Don't they have to what?
I thought somebody wrote the liner notes and wrote the story about the artist or something like a background
Well, I
on
mean,
it.
it depends. Like some of the I love Tina's albums because she actually had lyrics on her liner notes. And again, the liner notes would sometimes be what the actual album was in that paper sleeve. She would have like lyrics on her album, her liner notes, and and just pictures. Main Squeeze, yes. Oh
I
wait, Main
never heard
Squeeze.
Main Squeeze.
Oh, see, I think, is that the Ivory album? That's the Ivory album. Um, uh, wait, did he sing on Main Squeeze or did he sing on Since Day One? I might be getting it confused. Oh Lord, because oh Lord, and what I hate is the fact that I had all my albums, but they got ruined in that flood back in 2004, whenever our basement flooded in the old house. But
Sandy.
huh?
Yeah, I think that was Sandy. That was Sandy, I think.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah,
things flooded and
Sandy
I
hit.
lost a lot of my precious vinyl. Um, oh, okay. What was I saying? Oh, what? Oh, so Cradle Rob. I love Cradle Rob. Cradle Rob. That would definitely be on my top 10. Do the
Next we
do
have
the
It Must Be Magic.
uh
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Tina went to Wonderland. And, okay, no, yeah. I don't know whether It Must Be Magic would make um my top 10.
No?
Yeah. I'm not
I
sure.
should have had you make a top 10 list. I should
I
have had
know
you
I
make a top 10
started
list.
to, and then like I said, because again, mine would be filled with things like Warm as Mama's Oven, Ooh Wee. Um, it probably would have too many of the obscure tracks. So
Next,
maybe.
I Need Your Lovin'.
Mhm. Oh yeah, that's just classic. Lovin. My baby loves me, and I love my baby. Yeah. Is that enough love? I'm sorry. I'm just excited about this topic.
I know. Next we have Behind the Groove.
Ah, that's good.
Behind the
Oh, the bass
Groove.
riff on that, and again, you can go down a YouTube rabbit hole because there are a couple of bassists who talk about the riffs on those bass tracks, and
Mhm.
I oh god, I can't think of the bassist's name, but I will get it. Um, uh, but I will look it up. But yeah, it's just out of this world. Alan McGreer, who also wound up being in a band called QT Hush, which Tina also
Oh,
produced, and I had
I
that
remember that
album
band.
too that I lost in the in the flood.
QT Hush. What song did they sing, QT Hush?
It
Maybe.
ain't. They had. I guess their single was called "It Ain't You." It ain't you, babe. It ain't you, babe. Change your mind. Turn. It ain't you, babe. You can look that up later, but that was a good one
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
they
look
had,
that up later. I'll
and
look
that
that
was
up.
produced by
Next
Tina
we
Marie.
have the very popular Fire and Desire.
Oh yeah, that was a classic.
Now I sent you something on Facebook where they were saying that they redid Fire and Desire, who could do it. And I picked, and they had a lot of different, I don't even have the thing in front of me. They had a lot of different artists. And one of the artists they had to play the guy's part was Johnny Guild. And the other one they had to do Tina's part was Stephanie Mills. And that's what I picked. Because everybody else on there was weak.
Mm.
Vocally. Like they had Stevie Wonder on there. And I'm like, yeah, Stevie Wonder can't pull off Fire and Desire the way Johnny Gill could pull off Fire and Desire.
Mm.
Because with Fire and Desire, you need somebody love them and leave them. That's what I used to do.
What did we do to deserve
Use and
that?
abuse them, baby.
You done? Uh, uh, Are you done?
I'm done. Sorry, I just got carried away. Because that's such a powerful song. Fire Desire, I have this in the middle of the list, but it's got to be one of the most powerful songs on this list.
I think, and again, right. And when they did it on the BET Awards, that just like blew everybody away. Although I saw somebody joke about, oh, this is what happens when like your drunk aunt and uncle try to do karaoke.
I saw that.
And I was like, oh, they ain't right. They ain't right.
That ain't right. Next, we have Deja Vu. It's probably one of the.
And that was on Wild and Peaceful, the debut album, and that is I think a classic. That would definitely be on my list. Deja Vu.
I've been here before. I've been here before.
Okay, now the thing with you singing every time, she was a very soulful soprano.
I mean, Teena Marie is level to Prince. When you start talking Teena Marie songs, you start singing them, and you can't do that with every artist. You can do that with Prince. You can do that with Michael. You can do that with Teena. You might be able to do it with Rick. You might be, certain artists you can't do that with everybody. Like, you can do that with Stevie, but Tina's one of those people. When you talk about her and you talk about her list of songs, you just gotta sing them because she was that great. I remember when I saw Teena Marie at the Budweiser Superfest in '84. And I swear, this woman's talent. She held a note that was so long. Now, I know I said this on the thing before, on the podcast before. She had a note that's so long. I left my date to go get her something to drink. I went to the bathroom, got her something to drink, came back. She was still on the same note.
Oh,
Kool and the Gang was at the concert. They sitting in the back. Kool and the Gang's in the back like, are we going on today, or is she still going to keep
or she's still holding that note?
She's still holding that note.
Oh no, I know. I've seen her several times, and in and around Philly. At this one time, I took your mother to a Teena Marie concert.
Stop. I'm gonna tell the audience what you do.
Tell them what I do.
Here's what Kathy does. When Teena Marie was alive and played different places, if Teena Marie if she lived down south, or she lived in New York, wherever she lived, if Teena Marie came near you, she would buy tickets and tell you that you're going. I was married with kids. She called me up and said, hey, Tina's coming to Atlantic City. You're going with me. I got 2 tickets. You're going to Atlantic City. And I looked at my wife and I said, hey, Kathy, I'm going to Atlantic City with my sister. And ain't nothing she could say, but okay. And it was a very good concert. So I seen Teena Marie twice. But, I mean, that's Kathy. She got my mother. She got her best friend, Michelle. If she was somewhere and you in that state and Teena Marie's playing, that's what she would do.
We were going to see Lady T. And actually, the last time I got to see her was at the House of Blues in New York City. And I had just had surgery on both my feet. And you remember because you came to drive me back to Jersey. But on the way home from the procedure, because you and my friend Nancy, you guys clashed heads. Remember? You don't remember. Anyway, that's when I was living in Brooklyn. Anyway, Nancy was driving me home from the procedure in my car at the time. And at one point, I was like, pull over, because I saw a poster on the side of the street. And back then, I didn't have a cell phone to snap a picture of it. I had her stop the car in the middle of the street in New York City. And so I could scribble down all the information because I'm like, oh, wait, she's going to be at the House of Blues, this date, blah, blah. And again, I was still in bandages. It was a standing room only concert. But here I come in these 2 bandaged up feet things, hobbling on these crutches or whatever. They actually brought me out a chair. So I'm at a standing room only venue with a chair, just, hopping up every chance I could get because it was Lady T and I was just.
For the record, I like Nancy. I like Nancy. I just had to outsmart her because she was being a wise ass better than I was being a wise ass. So I had to one up her. So that's all that was. I like Nancy. Nancy was cool people. Next we have Sucker for Love.
Well, all right, you freaks. Give it up for Lady T.
Me T. Sucker. That's good. That's good. That's with her and Rick James again.
Yeah.
Which was a really good song. I put it on there because it's a very popular song, but it's not as popular as this next one, which a lot of people love, and I love. Deja Vu. I mean Aladdin's Lamp.
Aladdin's Lamp. Oh, wait, did you say Deja Vu?
I said Deja Vu already. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Deja Vu was before Sucker for Love.
Okay. I know you did Fire and Desire. I didn't remember Deja Vu. Okay.
Yeah. We did Deja Vu. I've been here before.
Okay.
I've been here before. Yeah.
Okay.
But Aladdin's like, if I was Aladdin's lamp.
If I had Aladdin's lamp, here's what I do. I rub Aladdin's lamp until Aladdin's lamp turned into you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got the words wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't. I read the liner notes, hon. I mean, yeah, you can't out Teena Marie me. I just, anyway. There's a couple on here that I'm surprised.
On the top of the list, because I want to talk about this Hall of Fame thing. So at the top of the list, of course, we have Square Biz.
All right.
I got the point, the scam, the load, the deal.
What you feel, say what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm wild. Oh, and I like the way she mixed in all the album titles. I'm wild and peaceful, Lady T. I got to keep my irons in the fire, you see. I got the point, scam, the load, the deal. Yeah. God, I miss her. Anyway, you know what? You left out a few notable ones. Just to shout out, because I don't know whether they would be on my top 10 necessarily, but you didn't have Ooh La La La, which was famously.
Oh yeah, Ooh La La La. Yeah, I forgot about
famously remixed by the Fugees for Foo La La La. Out on a Limb.
I remember when she did that in concert.
Mm-hmm. Out on a Limb is another classic ballad. And actually, she had a song, because at the time she was with Epic Records, she had a song on one of the top movie soundtracks of the 90s, and that was the Top Gun soundtrack. So some people might know Teena Marie, even though they don't think they know Teena Marie, because if they had that whole Top Gun thing going on, she had a song on there called Lead Me On.
What song was she in Top
Gun? It was called Lead Me On. Okay. And I think it played one time when he was riding on his motorcycle. But in any case, not to take my breath away, but she, again, had a song on that soundtrack. She's been featured on a lot of soundtracks. You can hear them playing, I think, Lover Girl. And that's another one that you left out. And I think that was our only kind of really crossover pop hit, Lover Girl, in the 80s. But
I forgot Lover Girl. That's
yeah,
right.
You forgot Lover Girl. Dear Lover is another one that, again, for the fans, that's when we love. And me personally, I love a song like Work It. Baby, can you work it like a 9 to 5? So I mean, there's some deeper cuts I could go down, but I was just trying to hit on some of the popular ones that you kind of left off, because
You know what? I don't believe I left off Ooh La La La, because I remember when you took me to see her in Atlantic City. Mm-hmm. She did that, and this is after the Fugees came out with their version, their remix of her song, of her lyrics. When Lauryn Hill did that, and her and her background dancers all put on like camouflage, and she walked around like she was the Fugees for a minute, and did like the Fugees do it, and then she did it how she originally does it. I remember that concert so well because it was so great, and I remember Tommy Davidson opened for her, and they were joking around, and they did Fire and Desire.
Okay, yeah. There is
it was a good show,
and one of the albums that I really love that I'm not sure whether, and again, hardcore fans would know it, and that was Emerald City, which, again, when I talk about Fire and Wild and Peaceful being this concept album. Emerald City was another one that was really kind of like a concept album, and it had some great tracks on it, like Baktukata Suite, You're So Heavy, which featured this guitar riff by Stevie Ray Vaughan, Lips to Find You, which I think
Nice.
was released as a single. But
Oh, I
again,
remember that one.
I got Lips to Find You. Okay, yeah. I mean, again, the Teena Marie bench. Ooh, it goes so deep. And again, tell us your favorite Teena Marie song in the comments. All right. With that said, I wanted to make my case, and I had 9 points. And if I miss a point, or if there's something that
Before we do your case,
Mhm.
how about you tell them how they can support us?
Oh, okay. Yeah, before I do my case, I can definitely do that. I Thanks for the reminder, because I forget. Hey guys, thank
I
you
know
so
you do.
much for tuning in to the podcast. We are a brother and sister team. What happens when you have a baby boomer, Kenny, baby boomer me, Gen Xer Kenny, and latchkey kids that grow up and never forget the movies and music that we loved from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So we talk about it on this podcast. So appreciate you guys being here. Please consider giving us that whole thumbs up business, because it helps the algorithm do all the algorithmy things, as well as subscribe to the channel. You can check out more about Kathy and Kenny at our website, kathyandkenny.com. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to drop your favorite Teena Marie track in the comments. All right. The reasons why I think she should be in the Hall of Fame. Now, not reasons, but I just listed some things, some facts to support it. And I know they want all the numbers and everything. But again, her music just transcends that. She's made several television appearances. I don't know. Do you remember when she appeared on New York Undercover? Because that was the show back in the day.
No, I do not remember that. I do remember when back in the day they used to do something at the Grammys or the American Music Awards, one of those award shows, where they would have an all-star band.
Mhm.
And I wish they still did that, but nobody plays instruments anymore. So,
well, they do it sometimes on the Hall of Fame.
Mhm. Really? Yeah. Well, yeah, that. But I'd rather see it other places too. But one time when they had an all-star band, she was on the all-star band playing guitar.
Okay.
I do remember seeing her there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But before you get into the case for the Hall of Fame, let me tell you what makes people eligible for the Hall of Fame.
I don't know what I need to hear that.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay, all right.
Primary criteria is that 25 years must have passed since the first release of a single album or digital track. Nominees are judged on musical influence, style innovation, and technical superiority rather than just commercial success. A committee of music historians, artists, and industry experts select nominees. The final selection, the top 5 to 7 artists with the highest votes are typically inducted each year. So, I mean, I don't see anything that would stop her from being in the Hall of Fame.
I know. And I guess here's what rubbed me wrong. I'm like, how they going to nominate Lisa Stansfield and then ignore Teena Marie? Like, if there was no Teena Marie, you wouldn't have you wouldn't have had any Lisa Stansfield. You wouldn't have had any. You wouldn't even have Madonna. Come on now.
You know why? I would tell you why. Got Lisa Stansfield nominated, because she's been around all around the world and she still can't find a baby.
Okay, you know what? I don't have my magical thinking.
Oh man. Woo.
Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for.
That was you gotta admit that was pretty funny.
No. Anyway. Okay, she is a 4-time Grammy nominee, although she only won one Grammy, and that was posthumously, and that was because her music was sampled in a 2023 Beyonce hit. So she, you know, actually does have a Grammy, but it didn't happen until she passed. Now, she has been eligible when you mentioned that whole 25-year rule. So she's been eligible since 2005. So they actually could have nominated her before, you know, I guess is that the year she passed, but she could have been nominated. They just ain't do it. I'm sorry. I'm just
You
ugly
sound
and
really
bitter.
bitter about this.
I am
You sound really bitter about this.
because it's just not right. Because if you talk about artists with influence, I mean, she had it. Anyway, and
She
you can
did.
tell by the
She did.
number
Because
of
how
people.
many people when she first came out? How many people thought she was black?
Oh gosh, everybody did. They ain't know.
And they saw
They
the pictures like the what? The what? The huh?
right. It wasn't tracking.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, everybody thought she was. Oh wait, hold on for a second. I'm sorry. I was looking something up and I lost it. But in any case, she's been eligible since 2005. I think she's even made comments about it. But again, as far as that influence, she's collaborated with multiple artists. Like most people know her for her collaborations with Rick James, because Rick James kind of introduced her. Because evidently she was signed with Motown. I think Hal Davis was the person who signed her, and I don't think they really knew what to do with her, because here you had this white girl with this very soulful sound. She was a very short person, so she was only like I don't know 5'1", 4'12", soaking wet, but I guess they didn't know what to do with her until she kind of met up with Rick James, and Rick James just had, I think, a wealth of experience and probably would have had a career more comparable to Prince had not, I think, for maybe the drug use, but he was exposed to all kinds of musical genres and things. So what he was able to bring out of her in Wild and Peaceful, she was able to then go, and I think for later albums, like Lady T was actually produced by Maya Rudolph's father, who again, Minnie Rippleton's widow, would wind up being her producer, and hence her connection with the family, and that's why she was Maya Rudolph's godmother. And Maya Rudolph has that little speaking role at the end of that little interlude called "Too Many Colors." Again, that's, I believe, on Lady T. Check that one out. But so
And to
she's
digress
worked
a
with
little bit,
multiple artists, not just Rick James. She's also worked with her daughter Aaliyah Rose, because in the later years, her daughter would be on stage singing and performing with her. Faith Evans, as I mentioned earlier, Lenny Kravitz, also Stevie Ray Vaughan, again with that killer piano on Emerald City. A lot of different artists she collaborated with
I
on
have to listen
on
to that. I have to listen to
Emerald
that. I have to
City.
check
You
that
have
out.
to go down that green path of Emerald City. I am going wild. Oh, I mean, just the layers. Anyway, that aside, her music has been sampled by artists. As I mentioned before, she won the Grammy with Beyonce, as well as the Fugees. She's had 14 albums, including Beautiful, which was released after her passing. Um, okay, top 3 reasons why Teena Marie needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Because, again, for the music industry, she, in 1982, had a landmark lawsuit, which has been known as the Brockett Initiative, because her real name is Christina Marie Brockett, but the Brockett Initiative. And this thing really, any artist today, who was that child on Saturday Night Live last night? I'm sorry, anybody, whether
Olivia
you're
Rodriguez.
Olivia Rodrigo, Samantha, what's that other
Rodrigo, yeah.
child's name? And Ariana Grande. All of them. They need to be given their thanks and their props to Lady T. Okay, you know what? Because with this landmark lawsuit, artists, if you were signed by a company, that meant they had to release your music because she was with Motown. And I'm not saying, because I love me some Motown. Half my collection is probably Motown. But there was some shady probably going on back in the day at Motown. Come on now. I'm not saying they were hanging people out the windows like Red and the Five Heartbeats, but I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
All the hours are.
Okay, so, but in any case, she that lawsuit and that initiative that now is on the books helps protect artists. So in a way, her contribution is more than just any track or any music contribution. It's really continuing to help serve the industry. So for that alone, these people should be nominating her. And probably they won't, because it's the record executives who control this crap, and they're probably still pissed that she won that lawsuit, and it was what enabled her to get out of her contract at Motown. She moved on to Epic, where, again, as far as top 40 hits, Lover Girl wound up being a higher hit for her than anything I think she had with Motown. But again, if you go to, back in the day, WBLS in New York or WDAS in Philly, what were they playing? They were playing Teena Marie like nobody's business. Anyway, also, number 2, she was the writer and producer of her own work, which, again, if you're talking in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, not a lot of women were doing that. In fact, one of my favorite singers, Dinah Washington, was one of the first women to kind of produce and kind of take control of her own music career and her songs, although I don't know, she kind of wasn't able to really take control too much of the drinking, but that's another story. But Dinah Washington, if you ever get a chance to listen to some of her, oh yes, it's worth it. Anyway, but Teena was writing and producing her own works. As I mentioned before, she produced a group called QT Hush that also featured people like Alan McGreer, her awesome bassist who laid down some of those riffs that we love when you think of Behind the Groove and boom, 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 boom. Anyway, and the number one reason they need to just give up the ghost, nominate Teena, is she broke racial barriers in R&B. And I think the most fascinating and interesting part of her career was the fact that her first album, released on Motown, did not have her picture on it, which is kind of funny because when Motown first started, a lot of the white artists didn't have pictures. I'm sorry, when Motown first started, a lot of the black artists Barry Gordy intentionally didn't put their picture on the album. You know why? Because people had to hear the music. Once they heard the music, they loved the music. Same thing happened for Teena Marie. You know what? We don't know what she looks like. We don't care.
Yeah. I think about the Five Heartbeats, that movie where they get their first album and they come back and there's a bunch of white people playing on the bench and they're like, well, how come our faces ain't on the album? And they took all these pictures and their faces weren't on the album. And they were like, well, we thought we'd get a better audience and this and that. And they're like, and it was a big deal with them at the time. And I know that's a lot of things that a lot of people back in the day deal with, the preconception of who could do what type of music. And it's like the video you see of the 60s when these people go see, was it Little Anthony?
Uh-huh.
For the first time.
Okay.
And they didn't realize he was black. And all these white women are sitting in the audience, they're looking like,
they get the Scooby-Doo face.
Yeah.
Shaggy?
So
But
not putting,
isn't
and you
that
gotta
the
think this is
beauty
like,
and the power of music, that it doesn't matter black or white, that if a song touches you, and that's one of the things I think I've always loved about Tina and her music, is that, like you said, Cradle Rob, it was like a whole little story about them growing up, and Robin, there's all these little stories in her music, in her songs, that, again, and I get it. There are singers, there are um, singers that I just can't rock with, I can't vibe with. I would just ask or challenge people to kind of, dig deep, find an album, whether it's her later stuff like Sapphire, Passion Play. Oh, Passion Play! There are some songs on Passion Play. Oh my God! You know
I'm
what,
gonna
Kenny?
check it
I'm
out. I'm gonna check
inspired.
it out.
Kenny, tell me what you think. I I know we do this show together, and and we rock with it. But I almost want to do like and I probably would have to do it on a weekday or something. I almost want to do like a mini podcast series where I could do a deep dive into each of these albums and just pick apart I would do
I
like
say
maybe
do it.
a
I say
30 minute
you're
a
that
30
big of a
minute
fan. I'm
if I
always going
could
to encourage you to do it. If you have an idea to do something creative, I'm going to encourage you to do it because that's
okay.
my job. I'm your brother, and that's my job to encourage you to do what
Cause you
you
know
want to
what?
do.
Cause
And when you have
cause
an idea,
Because when I
you
go
run
down
with it.
this rabbit hole, and I'm like, oh wait, because Passion Play was the one with Warm as Mama's Oven on the smooth tip. Oh my God, there was so much good
I think
stuff,
you should do it. Tina
and
Marie, she's got 14 albums. She's got 14 albums, right?
like a limited series
I think you got
podcast,
14.
14 episodes.
I think you got 14 episodes of good material right there. I think you should write it out and organize it and do it.
Okay, you know
It
what?
should be an over the summer thing. I think you should do it. I definitely think you should do it. Once a week, each album once a week. It should broadcast every like Monday or Wednesday or something like that. And you put it out there and boom, there it is. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I got
All right.
nothing to do with it, but I'm there for you. Let's make it happen.
But you're there for it. You know what?
I'm there for it. I'm here for it. I'm
I
here to
think
share it on my social media and let everybody know what's happening. I'm there for it. Let's do it. What's up? What's up? Let's go.
let's go. Let's go. You know what? I
Let's go.
think I think I'm gonna do it. Now that you said that, I'm like, you know what? That's a nice little summer project.
I think
So I'll
you
do a
should do it.
14-week
I'm gonna.
kind
I'm,
of Pop Culture Kids mini podcast where I spend a good 30
look,
minutes
look,
diving
look.
into each of Tina's 13 albums. So
With family. That's why I tell Olivia, Kiana, Mackenzie, and George, and even Jess, my daughter-in-law, and my future son-in-laws. I'll tell them the same thing, and I will tell my cousin Charles. My job is to back your play. That's my job. Backing. You want to do it? Let's go. Let's do it.
all right, all right. I
We're
got my
rocking
very
out.
own wide receiver. Hey, before we go, let's just dive into some of the comments because I know we've been chatting, and you know what? You get me on the Tina tip, and I'm just like
I know you're out. You're boom. I
I'm
don't even know.
just
I don't even know what
useless.
we're talking about next week. I know you. I let you go most of the episode too. I'll just let Kathy talk. I'm good.
Just let me talk. I was asking people what their favorite Tina Marie song, and Kathleen is saying yes with Stevie. I can't pick a favorite. It all depends on the day, and that's so true. It depends on the day. Yeah, some days I'm all into like the tracks from Wild and Peaceful. I could do a whole Lady T day. I could vibe on Emerald City, just going for song. You know what? God, the more I talk about these albums, Passion Play, Ivory, though.
After
There are
this, you're gonna go listen to Tina Marie, aren't you?
oh, I am.
You know what I've been
Exactly. I
listening
don't
to
know if this
lately?
comment was
You
towards
know,
that comment, but exactly. That's where I'm at right now.
yeah. You know what I've been listening to a lot of lately?
What?
D'Angelo.
Oh,
I've been listening to a lot of D'Angelo, and I missed out when he was alive on a lot of stuff. I've been listening to a
Wow.
lot of D'Angelo, and I love it. And I love and I'm listening to it mainly for the bass lines. As me as a budding bass player, I'm listening to it for the bass lines for my material and stuff. I love it.
Hmm.
It's great.
But Main Squeeze, yeah, that's a
Main
bona
Squeeze,
fide.
is that a song?
That's a song. That's a
Ma-
bona fide
That's a
jam.
song.
Yeah. Uh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why my stream that stopped working, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep it going. Anyway, all that to say, next week, thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys so much for being here. Um, it's been awesome. I really vibed out on this one. I apologize if I was out there and over the top.
Don't
But
apologize. You were very passionate about the topic, and it made for a good podcast. So I just sit back and let you do it, man, because
so
hell,
definitely coming this
go.
summer. And you know what? It's a podcast. I might not even record it live. I might just dig into the songs, record the podcast, edit it down so that oh gosh, what I don't know
I
what
think
my
that might be
buttons are doing.
best. I think that might be best because I think when you get into it, you're gonna talk and then you're gonna look at it again and see the unnecessaries that you have to take out.
Right.
And I think I think if you record it and then edit it, I think it might turn out better as like that kind of thing to put out there.
Yeah. So that's
As opposed to us doing what we do live and having a script and everything.
right.
And next week we're going to be talking about, I don't know what we're talking about, but we'll figure it out right now after we get off.
Right.
And you'll
See,
know in
we
the
haven't
morning
done
what we're talking about.
we did a content calendar like at Christmas time when we're usually together, we'll go over and do a content calendar and kind of map things out, but we do it for like 3 or 4 months. Then we get to like May and June and we're like, "Oh, what are we doing? What are we talking about this day, Pinky? Same thing we do every day, brain. How to take over the world." Anyway, we thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Sunday evening, talking all things Teena Marie. Yes, she should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to be on that campaign.
I agree. She
because
should be in the Hall of Fame.
I got to find out
She
these
should.
people who vote.
Is Rick James in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. He might be. We need to look that up. See, we don't have Ed here. He could look it up. Ed probably doesn't even know who Teena Marie is. But if Ed's from Philly, yeah, he should know.
Teena Marie is. Ed knows. Don't diss Ed like that when he's not here. Ed knows who Teena Marie is. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just
in fact, we might need to turn our content calendar over to Abike because she seems to come up with things. She was saying top summer songs. I think we've done one of those like years ago, but we might be able to come back and do one from 90s
Rick
to
James
the present.
is not in the Hall of Fame.
Rick
James is not in the Hall of Fame.
Wow. So they might not even do Teena until they do Rick James. But see, I can't be on a campaign for him.
I think Teena will qualify more for the Hall of Fame than Rick.
Oh, interesting. That's a hot take.
I really think Teena Marie would qualify more to be in the Hall of Fame before Rick James.
Ooh.
I would definitely do Teena Marie first because her hits are like, and her impact is so. And to be honest with you, Rick James doesn't have the best reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know someone who hung out with Rick James back in the day. And he said he pretty much like, how they do the Chappelle thing and make Rick James seem like a jerk.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
And the person I talked to who hung out with him for a little bit back in the day, he said, yeah, he pretty much was a jerk.
Wow.
So he wasn't the nicest guy in the world. So
again, Hall of Fame ain't about being nice. It's about having the talent, having the catalog, and having the industry respect. And they need to be giving that industry respect to Teena. That's all I'm saying.
I know. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a bad attitude, and you have a bad image, then what you do musically overshadows that sometimes. And I think in Rick James' case, that overshadowed him.
Mm.
Like, okay, I think Jimi Hendrix is in the Hall of Fame, but Jimi Hendrix's talent was so great, what he did personally didn't overshadow him. You know,
All right.
Prince has got a reputation for being a little bit of a jerk,
Mhm.
but it didn't overshadow his talent. So,
All right.
you know, it's a difference.
I got to think more on that. But now that I have this like makeshift setup in my living room, maybe I will record that. My mind is buzzing. I'm like, I got to get off of here so I can start
You
writing
know
the
who's
notes.
the only woman? You know
Mhm.
who's the only woman who's been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice?
Who? Oh, wait. Let me think.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie
Stevie
Nicks.
Nicks.
She as a solo artist and with Fleetwood Mac. Yeah,
As a
I hear it.
solo artist and part of Fleetwood Mac.
All right.
I
Yeah.
think that's a great thing. We one day we're
Well
gonna have to do a
deserved.
Stevie Nicks show.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
well deserved. Stevie Nicks.
Well, you want
I
to get
just
that?
saw a video of her with Destiny's Child, and it was great.
Oh wow. I'd have to check that out. Again, I mean, I'm there for it and everything, but with the level of passion I have for Teena, probably not. I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next Sunday. You have a good week. And as always, we wish you love, peace, and pop culture.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
We'll see you next week. I don't know why my thing is so slow. The intro music, the exit music is just not happen. That's okay. We'll click this button. Bye.
There you go. Bye.
Kathy and Kenny in a say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture, fun fix to fix. Pop Kulture Kids podcast crew, tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny.